Ah, no. Yeah, I kind of saw this coming eventually, but I'm not really too surprised at this point. I'm just gonna put it out there in case any rumors spread. I didn't do anything. At least I don't think I did anyway. Animaljam just doesn't like me. They're just bearing that grudge still. I already put in a request, so I'm not gonna speak on that until they actually reply. But let's get into today's video. So about like 2 weeks ago, I think, I saw a video by a person named Alilyn, I think their name is, and it was pretty much them on Animaljam mobile, you know, just seeing how the game is in the current year, and I thought that was fun, and I would try that myself, but for Animaljam Classic, since I am primarily an Animaljam Classic YouTuber. Even though contrary to my channel's upload schedule, maybe not in the recent months, but especially last year and the year before and stuff, even though I uploaded quite frequently, I don't actually play the game outside of videos, outside of like getting background footage or whatever, or just, you know, walking around Jamaa Township like I usually do. So it's been a while since I've actually like just sat down and like explored the game or seen how people are in the game and tackling some of the things that are going on in the game. Even though my account that I have been using in the last few months is banned, I was going to use a new Jamaa account for this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, they are definitely not going to find me by this username. It is okay. Don't add that account. Matter of fact, it probably won't even get approved because you have that as your username. It just doesn't get approved, I guess. We have the typical tutorial, but that's not really what I want to get into because, you know, that's not changed in the last 10 years. Now, mainly the person I referenced at the start of the video, Alilyn, they kind of just went around on the game, seeing how things were, played some mini games and stuff. However, this is kind of the average 2025 experience on Animaljam right here. This is Alden. This is the main. Oh wait, I'm not in Alden actually, because of this stupid feature they have. Let's try that again. Okay, we're in Alden here. Typically, you're gonna see people advertise their shops. You're gonna see people advertise live streams as well, and that's pretty much it. Obviously, people trading and also doing the Forgotten Desert. Now, I'm still not in Alden actually. Somehow, even though I don't have the feature on, I don't know what's happening here. I don't understand. Okay, now I'm in Alden. But even though that this is like typical, even before, you know, this year, it seems like there are more players playing recently. I'm not too sure why that is. I assume it's just because of, you know, people making TikToks of the game and stuff. It's just gaining more popularity over the last while, and it's caused a lot of people to start actually playing the game more. So much to the point where the Lost Temple of Zyos is full now, by the way. This is not something that's been like a thing in so many years that it's kind of crazy to see this, actually. Obviously, you have some places like Brady's Lab that's still full. Coral Canyons is still full. Crystal Sands is full, surprisingly, with traders as well. This is pretty amazing, I would say. Usually, the only full areas you're usually looking at least last year, was Jamaa Township and then Brady's Lab. Maybe sometimes Coral Canyons if it was like peak hours, but a lot of the time, it's probably just full of people trying to get into the other two areas, and they were just stuck there momentarily. But as you can see here, full of traders as well. Now I'm gonna spend an eternity trying to get into Jamaa Township because there is one certain area in the game that is quite populated sometimes that is always a feast for content in. That's the Pillow Room, and it is full, as you can see. Surprisingly, there are people trading in here right now, but usually this is where you see some of the not so behaving people in the game. You know, I wouldn't even put it past Animaljam if they eventually just put some moderator in this room as like a permanent standby to catch people, you know, misbehaving in this room. This is where the whole beret and accordion stuff started from last video, by the way. There's mainly people doing it in this room. But I'm pretty sure there was like Instagram accounts as well that like kind of documented like weird people in the game saying weird things they shouldn't be saying, and just, you know, screen caps of that. There was a whole Instagram dedicated to that. That's how much people do this in this room. And obviously, as I said, the whole situation from my last video as well mainly transpired from this room, which I figured I'd update on that as well. They actually removed the chef hat from the game, technically. Like they did the same thing with the accordion beret where you can't wear it anymore. They did that like a few days after I posted the video, so I did make sure to update the comment about it at least. Most people are just trading in here, but I think that's because I am in Alden, so maybe it's a little more sociable in other areas or other worlds in the game. Let's take a look. Okay, it's like actually empty in here. This is usually typical though. There's usually one world in the game that has like a full pillow room, and you don't know what world it is ever because it's like always changing. But speaking of which, you know, the pillow room was a kind of a target with the bot attack attacks that are going on the game, which I guess is kind of part of the current year experience on the game. I've made so many videos talking about these bot attacks on the game every time they happen, because it's usually by different people, and usually there's like some things that they do differently on the every time they start attacking. You know, last time they were attacking the pillar room, and I showed it on the channel. It was like a whole little drone show almost going around. But usually those bots, you know, if they choose to target a specific person, they usually just go for like spamming buddy requests and crashing games and stuff. So it's very rare that they actually target people. I don't know how many people are doing it or are behind the attacks. Well, I figured I would mention it because there are people still DMing me, asking me to talk about it still, even though I have. But like, I mean, case in point right here for the people that are kind of like a little weird on this game. Shouldn't be able to say stuff like that, but you are. I would say most of the players on the game right now anyway are people just are coming back to the game after like years of absence from the game. Maybe signing into their old accounts or just starting fresh and trying to, you know, gain all the items they used to have or something. Trying to relive that nostalgia. You know, this was kind of the case in 2023 as well, I believe. And I think I made a video on that when it was happening, because people were really convinced that Animaljam was going to have like its next big, you know, push into the mainstream gaming world, I guess. While I'm doubtful that'll happen, I'm definitely hopeful that it does. Even while I don't play this game too much outside of videos, I still, you know, cherish this game a lot, and I do wish the best for it, of course. And it's always nice to see you know, new and even familiar faces from the past start to kind of interact with the game again. You know, it's always nice signing into my Instagram once in a blue moon and seeing somebody from like 2018 randomly post in the current year because they came back to the game. You know, I feel like this video kind of took a different turn than what I wanted. Just started rambling about Animaljam. So we're gonna see what this whole party was about. Maybe you saw it being advertised earlier on, but this is supposed to be a frat party on Animaljam. There seems to be some kind of drama going on here, as you usually would expect in these parties. It's about time we get some kind of lively people in here though. Okay, nothing was happening at the party, so I left, but I mean, this game is always going to be kind of the same formula. It's just, you know, trading, doing adventures, buy shops, and then just talking to other people, I guess. That's kind of the average experience you're going to get. Of course, you're going to get some bad actors in there, but for the most part, I think this game is still pretty good, and it's as good as you make it, really. Finish it all off. I'll exercise some of my 4-gem skills out in the public, and wow, that was like pretty instantaneous. I don't know if this person meant to click on this, but we'll see what I can do here. Yeah, my average method of just placing 4 in the middle never works anymore, unfortunately.
Concentrated on this.
Okay, well, I won that pretty quickly, but I don't know. Maybe I'm like Unk status for this game now. I just turned 21, so maybe I'm just bound to win games like that. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can really do for a video with this stature, I guess. Bit out of my element, I suppose. You know, guys, I'm kind of just used to walking around these streets, you know, talking about some stupid issue going on in the game. I don't really, you know, divulge into the community side of this game anymore. But I'll probably have like another video out in like a day or two or something about something I was thinking of. I'm kind of blanking on my video ideas right now, but something, you know, typical of me posting on this channel anyway. Yep, see you guys later.